Alright, here we are sometime later, after having converted all of our remaining kethane into fuel and oxidizer and refilling the monoprop tanks. We are in Duna orbit. We've got a 82 by 76 kilometer orbit, which will do nicely. And after thinking about it a while, I decided that there was no sense in returning this ship to Kerbal, that it would serve better remaining here. It makes more sense for the mining ship that we took so much time and trouble to get here to stay here. So I'm going to set this other ship as a target, and we're going to, for now, orbit at 50x in a lower orbit and catch up with it. When we do, go for a rendezvous, dock the two ships together, and Bill Kerman will transfer to the other ship, which will serve as his ride home. And so I'm in for a good amount of time orbiting Duna to catch up with the other ship. Alright, I've orbited around to get closer here, taking advantage that one side of this orbit is closer to the target orbit than the other. And I've got a maneuver set up here that will give me a closest approach of 1.3 kilometers when we get around to that side again. So, go ahead and time warp forward. I've got an alarm set for this maneuver. And just about there. Warp just a little bit more. And burn. Watch our closest approach distance here. Turn that off to keep it from chasing the node. .3 kilometers. Very good. Okay, now it's just a matter of get down there to that point and match velocities with our target and get a docking maneuver underway. And at this altitude I have a limit to how fast I can time warp, so I'll catch up with you on close approach to docking. Alright, we're definitely on close approach here, 90 meters away. Switched into docking mode, and while it's kind of hard to tell in this pre-dawn light, it looks like we have to go around this side of the ship to be able to get lined up end on and select a docking port. So, we'll apply a little bit of sideways thrust here, swing on by it. And as we drift past it and get an angle to where I can actually click on the docking port, we'll get that selected and begin the final approach. I do wish there was a more convenient method of selecting a docking port rather than having to right-click on something you can barely even see. That seems a bit clumsy, to say the least. In fact, more than clumsy. closing in here. We need to start slowing down. And ensure that we will, in fact, go to one side of it, off to the right, from this point of view. I say that because mouse highlighting will show me the engines on the target ship. And that definitely means I need this side. And I still can't manage to right click. Oh, there it is. Finally. Slowing down some more. And now let's start turning to line up. And let's throw the camera in chase mode just for grins. Although when you select chase mode, why does it switch to this kind of an angle? Why shouldn't it switch to this angle? And now to take some time and move into position, back from it a little ways, and as it gets possible, as I do so, to gradually rotate the ship so that it lines up with the target ship. And this is going to take a while, so I'm going to cut until we're just about ready to dock. Alright, here we are on final approach. 12 meters out, 10 meters to the target port. Just about ready to link up. Slowing down a little bit to keep from impacting very hard. About 0.2 or so is a good docking speed to my experience. Certainly no faster than that. There we go. Lined up, ready for docking. 3.5 meters to go. Alright, we have docking. Alright, now we've got plenty of power stored up, so let's go ahead and retract solar panels, because we don't want any on-orbit accidents. And now Bill Kerman will go EVA one last time. While he's out there, he'll repack all the parachutes on the lander, and then he will transfer to the capsule on this ship. We'll probably transfer some more fuel over to it, and then this ship with Bill Kerman will head back for home. So we go EVA, turn on the suit light, let go, activate his EVA pack, back away just a little bit, Now, oh nuts, are you telling me I can't repack the parachutes with the guy on EVA? Well, that's just wrong. But I can't. Alright, fine. We'll get Bill aboard the other ship, and parachute repacking is not that important. Because we're leaving that ship in Duna orbit. Here's the crew hatch. Just need to get up closer to it. Try not to waste too much pack fuel, because while he does have 96%, don't want to take too long out here since we can't repack the parachutes on orbit, which is frankly ridiculous. He's out there, he's right next to him, he should be able to do it. Standing by to grab. Grabbing. And boarding. All right. Bill is now aboard this capsule. Let's find the crew hatch and make certain. Yes, he is. All right. Now let's transfer some more fuel. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see how much DV we've got. 4 kilometers per second. What the heck? I'm going to go ahead and fill the jumbo. Anyway. And this delta V number is not accurate. That represents all of the fuel on that lander, so obviously we have to get it all done and then separate the ships, and then we'll have a number that we can trust. Well, maybe it's not taking into account all the fuel up there, but alright. Mattereth not. And now we undock. Switch to the other ship. Out of docking mode. Camera back to free. RCS, back away. Deploy solars. Switch back to the other ship and redeploy its solar panels. Switching back This one? Alright, that was, hey, this ship will not sit there and will end up having a chance of not having any power should it be needed again. I don't think it will, but there you go. Alright, we are ready. We have 7 kilometers per second worth of delta V now. That's more than enough to get Bill home. Now let's just roll out here. Set Kerbin as target. And I can already tell this is going to take a while because Kerbin should be 45 degrees behind us for this maneuver, and it's that much ahead. So I'm going to go ahead and use the maneuver planner to plan the transfer at the next transfer window, which is 95 days in the future. We'll schedule an alarm for that burn, say about 10 minutes ahead. And now, let's see, I'll switch to this ship because I can time warp a lot faster. We'll time warp to 90 some days. That will allow Bill to be ready to actually burn for home. All right, it's time. Jump back to Bill's ship, restore the maneuver node. All right, let's go ahead and get this out here and get lined up with it. Bring up our flight stats just because. We don't have a burn time estimate, but it's 558 meters per second, 9 minutes, 27 seconds from now. I'm going to guess that it's going to be at least about a 5-minute burn, perhaps a little more. And I'm going to wait till the ship's axis is above the horizon. Time warp ahead some, and figuring to anticipate a burn at about 2.5 minutes or so before the node. Alright, we've got a good lineup here, so let's go ahead and do a test firing and get an actual burn time estimate. 2 minutes 19 seconds, so we'll burn at 1 minute 10 seconds. Just about ready here. Alright, I'm about 2 seconds late, but that shouldn't be a problem. Bill Kerbin is now finally burning for home. I'll see you in 2 minutes. Alright, just about done with this burn. Coming down here, we should start seeing a close approach indicator real soon. Reducing throttle to not overshoot. Oh. I should probably reset Kerbin as target. Seven meters per second to go. Just burn until that number starts to go up. Alright, that's it right there. Okay. Now to time warp out of Duna SOI. And leave our red planet behind. Bill Kerbin is finally, after approaching something over 1,200 days, he's finally on the way home. Okay, we are just about there. That can't be right. All right, now there we go. We have our close approach. Let's turn to orbit prograde and see if we can fine-tune that closest approach. Alright, engage thrusters, try a little bit of forward. That's making it worse. Reverse thrust, bringing the separation down. From this far away, we're able to effect quite a bit of change with a very small amount of fuel. This will give us the Kerbin encounter. There, Bill is definitely going home. If I can just get the angle such that I can read the Kerbin periapsis, continue thrusting and bring that down a ways. This is going to take a little bit of time here, but that's all right. I can go ahead and cut to when we get to the closest possible approach. All right, the best approach we've got right now is a periapsis at Kerbin of 19,000 kilometers, which is fine because along the way we can do a plane change burn right here at the descending node, which will improve things more. Alright, let's set a new alarm for the descending node and give it about a 5-minute warning. Turn that off and commence to time warp. and I'll come back in when we're ready to do that plane change. Alright, we're here. It's time to set up the plane change burn. We'll do it right there in 4 minutes, well, just about 5 minutes. Alright, a little bit of positive plane change is apparently what we need. And as plane change burns go, this one's going to be relatively inexpensive. 60 meters per second. Get rotated around and into position. Alright, 14-second burn, time warp down to 7 seconds and burn it. Okay, here we are. Let's bring in Kerbal Space way down. Okay, now a little bit of thruster action here to fine-tune this a little bit. Actually, that looks like about the best we're going to get right there. Fine. Next alarm is for Kerbal Sphere of Influence. Bill is almost home. Get into the Kerbal SLI and we'll try another burn to reduce our periapsis. Okay, this should do it right here. And frankly, what we want is a periapsis that guarantees every entry. That'll do it right there. 93 meters per second. We'll get lined up. We'll burn this. Set an alarm for it so we don't miss it. And Bill Kerman will be on his way home. I don't know why I keep calling him Kerbal. He's not. He's not a planet. He's a portly guy, but he's not a planet. Okay, I've blown past it, so we'll just burn it. I don't know how I managed to blow past it with the alarm, but I did. We'll still have the desired effect. Just watch the periapsis until it goes even a tiny bit negative, and that'll be enough. There we go. Delete this. Go ahead and clear that. And now let's time warp down some more. There he is, arriving home. He's in atmosphere. 3.3, almost 3.4 kilometers per second. Yeah. Okay. Time for a final burn. Get a little bit of deceleration going on. Bill Kerman is returning home. His 4-year-plus journey is finally coming to an end. He's taking a real hit on the G-forces, but he's resilient. He can handle it. Past max Q, going transonic. And now we can finally cut the thrust on that, jettison that stage, and get ready to deploy the parachutes. And here we have Bill Kerman finally returning home. Okay. And you can see Bill's all excited and happy to be coming home. And with Bill's return home, this series in KSP Sandbox mode is now concluded. The KSP Career Mode series will be where I will be continuing Kerbal Space Program. I've decided that it's really going to be a whole lot easier to have one KSP series running at a time as opposed to try to juggle two of them. It will make for a lot more progress in the one that remains. So, Bill Kerman is home. No more eating dusty rations on a planet so far away with all the failure that was involved in getting him rescued. We now continue with career mode. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I'm out of here.